When you did like your beer bash with Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think fans loved that so much because it was like it was Lilian Garcia, and suddenly you were seeing this different side to you for just a minute before you went back to
Yeah.
being, the
The
consummate
ring
professional.
announcer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
and a lot of people didn't realize why I started pouring beer down my dress or my shirt or whatever is because at that time I had such an allergy to mold. I had lived in a house with high levels of mold. I got mold poisoning. Nobody at that time was talking about mold, and nobody knew the impact of mold and mold in a home and what it does. And so I didn't know what was going on, right, in my body. I just knew that I was having these severe reactions. I was on antibiotics every 3 weeks. And here I was trying to announce, and I was constantly inflamed. It was a really brutal time in my life. But I remember the doctor telling me, okay, I'm going to put you on the mold free diet. Follow this really, really strict. Don't deviate from it, and let's see. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, it was like night and day. My voice came back. It was great. But
Wow.
anytime I had any of those foods that were on that list, my body thought mold was reacting and it created histamines like crazy. So I didn't
Wow.
know that there was mold properties in food. So yeast is one of them. And so my doctor was like, don't have any yeast, don't have any yeast. Well, what's in beer? Like, I think it's the number one ingredient in beer is yeast. So when he's inviting me to have beers with him in the ring, I'm like, how am I going to go? You know what? I have a mold allergy, so therefore I can't do that. Oh my God, it would have been the end of me.
That is a one way ticket to a Stone Cold Stunner, isn't it? Right there.
Right there. Stone Cold Stunner, right? So again, it's almost like going back to the tape. Let's think something really fast on the spot. And I went, all right, I am going to close up my throat, and anything that goes in my mouth, I'm going to spit it out, but like just let it drool all over me. And that's why you see me taking it in, but I'm allowing it to go right down my shirt. And then like this, I never swallowed any of that beer, and I was fine. And then it became a thing. And so he loved it so much. He's like, that's kind of cool. And then it ended up playing into Memorial Day when we did it and we sang America the Beautiful together. And then sure enough, the beer celebration. And then he comes over and pours it. And yeah, nobody knew until I started doing these interviews after I left. Nobody knew why that was happening. That's why you can thank my mold allergy for that one.
There you go. So it wasn't just an aversion to Steveweisers. I love that.
No, not at all. And it wasn't an aversion to like I didn't like to drink or anything like that. Like I was, I went to college. I didn't mind having a beer here or there, but man, I had to think on the spot. Yeah, I'm just glad that I did. I'm glad that came to my mind, and that's because it was a lot of fun times with him.